All right, y'all, so we're bringing it back for part 2. We wanted to keep you a little bit in suspense here for building, again, pulling back the curtain into our lives, but also addressing some of the questions that came up on social media that we had. And again, a great plug for our new social media transition that we're working on is going from the Life of a Fighter accounts to LOF, Lifestyle of Fitness, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Pinterest. The only thing on Twitter, and Chuck, I don't even think I told you this yet, is Twitter had a character limit, freaking Twitter and their character limits. So I had to go to LOF Fitness. But with all that being said, you guys can check the links in the description for like checking that. But we had some comments coming in. One part, because we've been talking about, you know, the adaptability of a lifestyle, being really transparent about what's going on in our lives about that. And some of the questions that came up were around, well, what happens when, you know, if I can't meal prep, I'm short on time, or I couldn't go to my original workout? How do we stay flexible and adaptable for that? How can we set ourselves up for success there?
Yeah, so like, for instance, like this week, I started the cleanse, started the 28-day cleanse, didn't even look in the refrigerator to see what we had. You know, and then like the day 2 that it was an actual feeding day, I reached out to my wife. I'm like, hey, what type of vegetables do we have? She's like, I have this bag of vegetables. And I was like, no, I don't like that at all. Wasn't my cup of tea. So she's like, fine, go out and get some food. And you can, if you don't have time to meal prep, there are healthy options out there. You just got to be mindful to make those healthy options. Yeah, sure. Can we go to a burger joint? Yeah, you can go to a burger joint and get a burger and fries, and then you're not making the healthier choice. You can also go to a burger joint and get some protein on a salad. That's a better choice. You know, there's choices to be made at every restaurant you go to. I wouldn't suggest going to like a fast food joint and getting food from a fast food joint because the quality of the ingredients aren't going to be as well. But if you go to like a deli, or if you go to a restaurant and they, you know, you look it up and find a restaurant where you feel the ingredients are a little bit better and the menu has a little bit of healthier options on there, you can make a healthier choice from something like that. Same thing as a workout. If I can't, again, if I'm going crazy at work and I can't get my workout in, there's certain things that I can do. If I know that I can't get my workout in, I'll go home and I'll like take a mile or a mile and a half walk with my wife after dinner. It's not the ideal thing of what I wanted to do if I miss my workout, but it's still being active. It's still doing something to be active. Or I'll stretch, take 15, 20 minutes and just stretch, which honestly, everybody needs to look at themselves in the mirror and say, I don't stretch enough and I need to. I say it right now, I'm preaching it to everybody, but I'm the #1 criminal. I don't stretch enough. I stretch going into jiu-jitsu class, and that's about it. So everybody needs to be mindful of that. And it's okay to not, you know, again, like today is an Armageddon day for the 8-week program. If I'm going crazy at work and I know I'm not going to be able to get to that, what I'll do is I'll go home and I'll be active tonight, or I'll stretch tonight by taking a walk or doing something. And then I'll just move that workout that I was supposed to do tonight to the next day. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to push it out. And just be mindful of your body and how it feels and what you have going on in your environment. And if you have to make a change or adapt, make a change to adapt and then push that workout out another day. And if you can't meal prep, make the healthier choice when you go out to a restaurant.
And I think that's like a highlight I want to pull out there, and being able to, again, have that support and have those resources set up ahead of time. And that's why I think having a plan B or a plan C, saying, and it's easier said than done maybe in the beginning because you're not used to it. So if you're out of those food options, that's why I always like to have at least 1 bag of vegetables and 1 bag of fruit in the freezer, so that if we need to, like yesterday we made smoothies for Lena because we were out of some like pops, and we make like these fruit pops for her so that she like feels like she's having something sweet and a dessert, but it's actually like we're working in fruits and vegetables, and we get some Greek yogurt in there.
Trick you.
Right? A little tricky trick. But again, that's even when we talk about from a family component. How do I get, like we had a webinar earlier this week, and one of the clients on the call was asking, how do I get, I'm eating healthier. How do I get my kids to do that? Or how do I get other people in my family to do that? That's slow working to still have enjoyable things, but now we slowly pull these other things in, and being able to say like, all right, I'm going to have good choices available. So I'm not going to have, like a lot of times I hear, well, I was stressed. I had a long day. I was really hungry. And then the end day when I came home, I went into my pantry or the freezer and I had X, Y, or Z, maybe dessert or choice that's high in sugar or something processed that we don't want. If it's not there, it's a lot harder to do it or to turn to it. And then if you do go out, to your point, Chuck, you can always make a good decision almost anywhere you are. There's always a better decision to be made, and it's working with whether you want to turn to a coach like we do here, or if you want to just have those resources. That's why we do this podcast, because so many of you even reach out saying, hey, you really help, and it gives me the tools that I need, and that's why we want to do that. So kind of taking out, before going on into a rant, because Chuck, you know I love to rant here, being able to pull back on some of the kind of like, I wanted to go like maybe one or two of my favorite choices when it comes to that. I talked about the smoothie. So like, I'll start with that fruit smoothie. I'll pull out a frozen bag on when I'm short on time. I didn't meal prep, or I need something quick within 5 minutes. I'll pull out a cup of frozen veggies. Boom. I throw in some Greek yogurt. Boom. Hit the blender, throw in some almond milk if it's too thick, and then that's less than 5 minutes. And I have a great option that's good nutrient density, that has protein in there. It fits the whole guidelines we teach in our 28-day course and the coaching that we do. And then on the other side, let's say going from a vegetable standpoint, and I cheat in with some spinach too, like some frozen spinach, because I got to keep that 1-to-1 fruit to vegetable ratio, like we talk about in the guidelines. But also the second one is a grab and go. Like, this is where I do think sometimes, I'm not saying always turn to supplements and bars and stuff, but if you have a good organization you like I like Quest. I'm also gonna be transparent. They sponsor me, so it makes it easier. But having their Quest Hero bars, and then I'll also have like an apple or a banana or something with that, it's an easy grab and go option. So those are like two of my favorites that are pretty easy, that are short on time, that can set us up for success. I'm gonna put the pressure on you here, Chuck, and I'm gonna turn it to you for like one or two that are your go-tos.
All right, so last night, prime example, at jiu-jitsu, but doing the cleanse, so I had to eat by 7 o'clock, but I didn't get done with jiu-jitsu class until after 7 o'clock. So ran home. One of my best go-to options is an acai bowl. I make them all the time. We buy the no sugar acai packets, because you got to be mindful if you go to like a Soul Bowl or like a Bango Bowls or something like that. These places that make those acai bowls, the sugar content is through the roof in those things. So be very, very mindful of that. So we buy the no sugar acai packets. They're these little frozen packets. I take the frozen acai packet, I dump it in the blender with a half avocado, and then I throw some blueberries in there and some strawberries in there, and I throw some pea protein in there, a scoop of pea protein, and a little bit of about a half cup of almond milk, blend it up, throw it in a bowl, and then I'll take and throw some peanut butter on top of it, or maybe some gluten-free granola, and that's my go-to option. And you can make it, again, it's like 5 minutes to make it, and you could throw it in a container and take it with you, or you can eat it on the spot. That's one of my go-tos all the time. Now, if we're going on another route, like again, we're doing the 28-day challenge right now, and another grab and go option for me, again, I like the protein shakes, and I'll throw my protein shake in there. You know, I'll throw a scoop of protein in there, some peanut butter, some almond milk. That's always one of my go-to options. And you said apple. We've got an apple right here on my desk. Those are always my go-tos. And I do have certain bars. I'm not a big fan of bars, but I do like the Quest bars. And I like these bars called Stoka bars. They're mostly peanut butter and protein. I got a couple of them. I got one right here, but I'm not eating it because I'm cleansing this week. But the Stoka bars, I like those Stoka bars as well. I always have a couple of them with me. Those are my go-to options all the time. But mostly, you know, in my household, and just to peel back the curtain a little bit, we made the choice a long time ago to eat as clean and organic and as healthy as possible. So even like the snacks that we have in our house, Pina goes crazy. She buys all these organic snacks. Even with like when I make, for instance, like every Sunday I make Oreo pancakes for my kids, right? So she buys organic, fake Oreo cookies. These organic Oreo cookies. I mean,
you can't call them Oreo pancakes then.
The kids haven't figured it out, and don't show them this podcast because Pancake Sunday will be completely ruined. We'll be quiet. But there's these organic Oreo cookies that she buys. They're not Oreos, obviously, but they're organic, like cookies that look like Oreo cookies. And we have these Kodiak cake, the Kodiak pancake batter mix, which is a gluten-free Kodiak pancake batter mix. And I make them these pancakes that they love. They think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But these are, again, it's a choice that the kids love. The kids love these friggin' things. Now, Pina and I don't eat them because I choose not to. We could because they're a healthier option, but we choose not to. But everything in our house is organic and healthy. You know, we choose to spend more money on grass-fed beef, grass-fed meats, organic chickens, organic snacks in the house. We very rarely will have bad snacks in the house, and that's a choice that we've made. So anytime we grab and go something, even if I grab a snack, I know it's a healthy snack because the Gestapo in the house is buying organic for everything, and I love her for it. You know, we made these decisions to do that a long time ago, and it's paid off in so many aspects of our life. All of us eat as healthy as possible, and we talked about that client was talking about, hey, what do I make my kids? You know, even though our kids eat, you know, some chicken nuggets from time to time, we buy the organic chicken nuggets and we put them in the air fryer, and that's what the kids eat. Do Pina and I eat them? No, we'll make ourselves a healthier meal, but that's what the kids like, so we let the kids eat that stuff.
And I think, like you said, like being able to give good choices as a lineup and not like forcing it down someone's kind of throat, so to speak, is an important piece. Because if you feel restricted on anything that you're doing, time and time again, psychology has shown, sociology has shown, you're going to go back to whatever those old habits are. So finding that balance and setting up good choices is like such a huge component. And even being able to say, hey, you know, going back to another episode that we did with fitting fitness into your budget and into your lifestyle, you know, I'll put a plug and we'll add that link, the resource that we had, where if you can't go those organic routes yet, if let's say that's not in your budget, you have other choices that can still be, we have, you know, I've broken it down per calorie, per dollar. What's the most efficient, nutrient-dense choices you can make? We have that below. You can get in on that because that shouldn't be a reason that you don't invest in yourself. And what I find, and I think it kind of parallels a lot to like career development, is as you invest in your health, you're going to feel better. And guess what? As you feel better, you're going to perform better in whether it's an academic sense, a physical sense, or at work. And then as you start to invest in that, guess what? You're probably going to start to get noticed at work more. Maybe you'll get a promotion, or maybe you'll move into another career path. Your income starts to go up. You can start to double down and reinvest in those things and do more with that. And it just starts to become a snowballing effect from my experience of what I've seen with also clients as well. So that's just something I wanted to kind of plug into. And we could even, this could start to turn into a part 3, but I'm going to be mindful of the whole entire day, because again, we've talked about, Chuck, like just being mindful of like the time and working within that. So I'm going to say we'll cap it there, and we're going to come back and explore some more, but I want to hear from you guys. If you have questions, like we have our contact info below, check us on social media. Let us know what questions you might have. And then Chuck, I'm going to turn it to you to finish the platform.
Yeah. I mean, just be mindful of your body. I mean, register with your body. If your body is telling you to make a change, look to your environment around you, look to the people that are around you, and look to see if those people that are surrounding you will help you make that change. And if not, make the change from your environment, from the people that are around you. Make that change away from them to get more positive people around you to help you make those changes. Like when I first started my journey back into fitness, I had people around me that weren't positive people, that weren't supporting me to make the changes that I knew I needed to make. So then I surrounded myself with people like Mike, and then the positivity around me helped me escalate not only my fitness and nutrition, just like Mike said, my career, my family, everything started to fall into line. And I feel so much better now at 45, going on 46, than I did in my 20s. So take a look at what you want. Take a look at what your goal is. Take a look at how you feel. And if you're telling yourself you feel great, great. Congratulations, that's awesome. If you're telling yourself, I need to make a change, look to make those changes.
Well said, Chuck. We're going to wrap it up at that. Everybody stay safe, kick ass, keep crushing it, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Take care, folks.